The word for clock and watch in Russian is часы, as in эти часы встали, which means this clock or watch doesn't work. And of course, there are two kinds of clocks or watches. Электронные часы means digital clock or watch, and стрелочные and механические часы both refer to analog clocks or watches. It might seem that using the same word for clock and watch would be confusing, but not necessarily. For instance, while we could say он потерял свои наручные часы, it suffices to simply say он потерял свои часы, which in either case means he lost his watch, since losing a clock is much more difficult than losing a watch. Having said that, настольные часы means table clock, настенные часы means wall clock, and as already indicated, наручные часы means wristwatch. And it's worth mentioning that будильник means alarm clock. Having resolved that issue, let's take a look at some relevant jokes. Что сказала секундная стрелка часовой стрелке? Which means, what did the second hand say to the hour hand? Увидимся снова через минуту, which means, see you again in a minute. Another joke having to do with time goes like this. Во сколько просыпается утка? Which means, what time does a duck wake up? С краканьем на рассвете, which means at the crack of dawn. As you might guess, this little pun doesn't exactly work in Russian. This next one is especially interesting. Что такое парадокс? Which means, what is a paradox? Ну, например, часы идут, когда лежат, и стоят, когда висят. Which means, well, for example, the clock works when it's lying down and does not work when it's hanging. The key words here are идут, лежат, стоят, and висят. So, first of all, идут is a form of идти, which generally means to go or to walk, but can also mean to function or to work, as in эти часы не идут, which means this clock doesn't work. Secondly, лежат generally means to be situated in a horizontal position, but can also mean to rest. Next we have стоят, which most often means to stand in an upright position, but can also mean to be in a state of malfunction, as in часы стоят, which means the clock is stuck. And finally, висят is a form of висеть, which can mean to hang or to be suspended, and so there are double meanings which are quite contradictory, creating a confusing example of what appears to be a paradox. And now for a little good advice. Учитесь спокойствию у часов, они даже если опаздывают, никуда не спешат. Which means, learn to be calm from the clock. Even if they are late, they are in no hurry. Having said that, one thing is clear. Пора заканчивать этот урок, which means it is time for this lesson to end.